Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Teddi Mellencamp reveals reason she had to dump new boyfriend. It turns out that the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Teddi Mellencamp is single once again. She is dealing with stage 4 brain cancer right now and was in a new relationship. Now, she has decided to end things with her new boyfriend already. Just last month, Teddi was spotted with boyfriend Richie Rhea and they looked really cozy. It turns out that it is already over though. That is because Teddi herself decided to call it quits on this relationship. She opened up about it on her Diamonds in the Rough podcast. The crazy thing is the relationship was already over before the press even knew who she was dating. For some reason she waited to reveal it's over though. It wasn't that the guy Teddi was dating was a bad guy, but instead, things got too serious too fast for her. She is dealing with a lot with her stage 4 brain cancer, and so it just sounds like it wasn't good timing. Here is what Teddi Mellencamp shared about it. Right now, it started getting to the point where it's starting to get a little bit more serious. I was like, I don't have the capacity for this right now. He's a really nice guy, couldn't be a nicer guy. I don't feel my best, so when I have downtime, I want to rest. It's not even like about a need right now, and I think that's the crazy thing about this. Teddi went through a split from her marriage less than a year ago, and things are really changing for her right now. It would make sense that being in a relationship isn't her top priority right now. She did share that he was a nice guy, but things just didn't work out. You never know if they could end up rekindling things in the future at some point. Back in June, Teddi shared saying, "I've had to make it clear to people I've dated that this is where I am. This is what I've got. If it's enough for you, great. If it's not enough, I won't be upset. I mean, yes, my feelings will probably be hurting, but this is all I got to give. And if that's enough, great." Are you surprised to hear that Teddi Mellencamp is single once again? Do you think that she made the right choice? Sound off in the comments below. Don't miss the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills when it returns to Bravo with new episodes. In the whirlwind world of reality television and Instagram filters, where every latte is curated and every relationship scrutinized, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills alum Teddi Mellencamp has always stood apart. Grounded, fitness-focused, and notoriously no-nonsense, Teddi isn't one to hide behind a cryptic caption or vague statement when the truth comes calling. And this week, that truth came crashing in a candid and surprisingly emotional reveal on her podcast, Two Teas in a Pod, which she co-hosts with fellow Bravo personality Tamra Judge. Teddi finally opened up about the reason she had to break up with her new boyfriend, just weeks after fans had begun speculating about the mystery man who had popped up in a series of blink and you miss it Instagram stories. But the truth, it wasn't cheating, it wasn't betrayal. It wasn't even an issue of distance or timing. It was something far more personal and raw. The meet cute that made us swoon. Teddi first met Andrew. She never used his full name on air, at a wellness charity gala in Malibu 2 months ago. A tech entrepreneur with a penchant for cold plunges, green smoothies, and speaking in bullet points, he seemed like the perfect match for Teddi. Both were divorced, both had kids, both lived in LA, and both swore by 5 a.m. workouts. Friends described them as glowing and inseparable, attending wellness retreats and running together on the Santa Monica stairs. Andrew even made a brief, blurry cameo in a TikTok video Teddi posted while filming content for her accountability program. So when the sudden breakup rumors started swirling, fans were shocked. What could have gone so wrong so fast? The revelation. It was a trigger I didn't see coming. I didn't expect it to hit me like that, Teddi confessed on the latest podcast episode, her voice cracking just slightly. You know, when you're working on yourself, when you're in therapy, when you're journaling and meditating and doing all the self-love things, you think you're healed. You think you're ready. And then suddenly, you're not. The moment it all came crashing down, a seemingly innocent dinner at a quiet Brentwood restaurant. We were out for dinner, and he reached across the table, touched my hand and said, "You know, you're so much more low-key than your TV persona. I was nervous you'd be kind of intense." Teddi paused. That one word, intense, it set off something in me, not because of what he said, but because of the way I've spent years fighting that exact label. I realized I wasn't sitting at that table as me, I was sitting there as someone trying to be digestible, pleasant, easy. She took a deep breath. And that scared the hell out of me. Shadows of the past. Teddi has never shied away from her struggles, whether it was with body image, self-worth, or her tumultuous exit from RHOBH, where her accountability coach title became both a tagline and a target. But her divorce from Edwin Arroyav in late 2023 took a different kind of toll. It made me question if I knew how to love at all, or if I just knew how to perform love, she admitted. I jumped into something new thinking I was ready, but I was still unpacking the last 12 years. When Andrew began integrating himself into her daily life, meeting her kids, attending her accountability team meetings, and even offering unsolicited advice on her podcast segments, Teddi started to feel herself fading. I found myself asking him what he wanted to eat before I even knew what I was craving. That was my red flag. When I stopped hearing my own voice, she said. The goodbye that broke her then healed her. The final conversation happened on a Friday morning hike in Runyon Canyon. How very lay. He was going on and on about a new crypto app, and I just stopped walking, she said. I turned to him and said, I'm losing myself. And bless him, he didn't argue. He just nodded. He said, I kinda felt it too. There were no screaming matches, no dramatic exits, just a mutual acknowledgement that timing and healing don't always walk hand in hand. I cried for 3 days, Teddi revealed, and then I took myself to Ojai for a weekend with no Wi-Fi, no makeup, no mirrors, just me, nature, and a lot of journaling. What Teddi learned and what's next. Through tears and laughter, Teddi's confession on the podcast touched fans deeply. Many wrote in, thanking her for articulating what so many women feel, but never say aloud, that sometimes healing doesn't look like dating again. It looks like pausing, saying no, honoring your own growth over romantic potential. It wasn't that Andrew was a bad guy, he wasn't, she clarified. He just came along when I still needed to love me first. And the truth is, I hadn't done that yet, not fully.